Hello everyone! While leveling through the Shadowlands, exploring the different zones, meeting the different factions, we uncovered that Sardan is actually in league with the jailer, sent down a whole bunch of Anima into the Maw, aiding the imprisoned Eternal One with its release.
Long ago, we stood as one to imprison that monster. With the Primus gone, and Anathrius a traitor, our pantheon has been broken, and doom comes for the Shadowlands.
There is yet hope. This mortal saved me from the Maw, and revealed the Sire's treachery.
They aided my forest as well. Their kind has shown great potential. If focused, it could turn the tide in our favor.
Agreed. For the good of the Shadowlands, each mortal must choose a covenant.
And when our realms have regained their strength, we will stand together against the darkness.
It's decision-making time, and in this case, we're gonna join the Night Fae in Ardenweald. They fill a critical role in the eternal cycle of nature spirits. The balance of many worlds depends on their work, and we get to help them out. There's just a few details left. Little things, you know. Oaths to be made, blood pacts to sort out, firstborns to be promised.
What fun you're about to have!
Nah, Moonberry's just kidding. Well, not about the oaths parts.
Long ago, after the trees and the Night Fae arose, the first mortal soul appeared in Ardenweald. Our queen met it at the gateway. You are neither spirit nor fae. Why have you come to my forest? I have been sent to you, for in life I devoted myself to serving nature. Then be welcome in my realm, replied the queen. The soul knelt. How may I be of service, O queen? Tend to these spirits forevermore. The cycle must continue, or all is lost. How shall I do this, O queen? The soul asked, for my body is no more. I grant you this boon. Become as the wild creatures. Whatever shape you require, it shall be yours. And so, I extend the queen's boon to you. Arise.
Before the queen grants us their full power and they accept us formally into their midst, there are certain traditions which they must uphold. We need to be properly introduced to the rest of Ardenweald, which takes place in this amazing play. The journey we've taken during Legion and Battle for Azeroth, it's on display for all to see. It's quite a thing to behold, so I want you to see the entire thing, which I'll place at the end of the video. Now after the play, Ysera is quite dumbfounded by all that we showed. She just thought that it was a dream. So much has transpired on Azeroth in her absence. But there was one dream that she did not see portrayed on the stage. She had dreamed of Tehran the Whisperwind, engulfed in darkness, twisted by anger and a thirst for vengeance. She witnessed a forbidden ritual, the rise of a new Night Warrior, and a hunt that can only end in tragedy. That too must have been real.
I thought it was all a dream. Argus in the sky, the blade in the desert, Teldrassil in the flame. All of those souls lost to the Maw. And Tyrande, her rage darkens her heart like a shadow on the moon. Her hunt is endless and unrelenting. But the Night Warrior's power is as much a curse as it is a blessing. It threatens to tear her asunder from within. I could not aid the Kaldori when Teldrassil burned. I pray I can aid Tyrande before it is too late. For now, however, I believe the Queen bids you speak with her.
Step forward and receive my favor. You have achieved much in the span of a mortal life. We are fortunate to call you an ally. And so by Anima, we bless you. By spirit, we embrace you. By oath, we stand beside you. Rise, child of Anima, as huntress of the wild hunt, champion of the court of night, and protector of Ardenweald.
In order to support the Shadowlands with the threats ahead of us, threats like Sire Denethrius allying with the Jailer, or the Trust and the Drought right here in Ardenweald, we'll have to empower ourselves, empower our followers, and empower our covenants. As we adventure through the Shadowlands, our connection to the Covenant, it grows ever stronger. Our renown will as well. A higher renown, it means greater rewards, greater power. We gather it by completing chapters in our Covenant campaign, by returning Anima to our storage, and by saving the souls from the Maw itself. But what's power if you don't show it off? If we're to aid the rest of the Shadowlands, we must begin here in our domain first, right here in Ardenweald. Our first time completing world quest in the zone, it rewards us with Anima, safely stored in our Sanctum reservoir. This power can be used for many things, but this Sanctum, it can't function on Anima alone. It's gonna require the combined effort of many souls working together to unlock its full potential. Wouldn't you know it? We know of a domain where plenty of souls would love to come with us and be put to work. Back to the Maw we go, where our broker friend Vanari, she helps us out. For a price, of course. With the souls collected, we can start our first Covenant upgrade. We could maybe lay down a transport network for easier travel in the zone, an Anima conductor to activate new challenges and adventures, perhaps a command table. Now, I don't think I'll have to explain what a command table does, or a unique upgrade that's different for every single Covenant. In the case of the Night Fae, this upgrade is going to give us access to the Queen's Conservatory, a sacred garden where you can nurture the wild seeds of powerful lost souls and prepare them for rebirth. Think of it like the farm back from Pandaria, only on steroids. Now, the Queen has granted us the Covenant abilities of the Night Fae, granted permanently while we stick with them. But there is even greater might to be found by binding our soul to another. The soulbind is not an irrevocable bond. However, it is not to be entered into lightly. We will experience one another's past, our hopes, fears, dreams, our very memories. If any of them still linger, we will become kindred spirits in the truest sense. Once complete, our connection will transcend physical space and make us stronger in more than mere brawn. In our case, our first soulbind is with Naisha.
Don't worry, you'll be great. It would be my honor to fight beside you, my friend, for Queen and Grove.
As our renown grows, so too will our bond over time. But there is the ability to accelerate the process with the use of some conduits. We pick the different abilities that we want, the different paths our bond flows through. Great power awaits to be unlocked. So welcome to the Court of Night. They just know that we're going to save Ardenweald. Oh, and the rest of the Shadowlands too. And if we can't, and the forest withers away, and the Jailer breaks free from the Maw, plunges all the realms eternal into crushing despair from which there's no return, then at least we can say we had fun trying.
I can't wait to see what you do next.
That's the basic setup for our Covenant. And now, prepare yourself for one of the greatest quest experiences in all of the game. Let us introduce ourselves to the great people of Ardenweald.
I just need a quick glimpse into your dreams.
Get out of my mind! Oh my god, it hurts!
Wake up, sleepyhead. This will be a show to remember.
What did you do to me?
Not to keep Betterlight waiting. Meet him at the theater.
Okay. Haven't felt like this since a certain Naru was like, let me show you what happened to Illidan, but sure, whatever. Lady Moonberry as the narrator, but we gotta prepare ourselves. It is time.
Ah, there you are. We're about to start.
I'm ready for my close-up. Let's do it.
Always so much to do.
Oh good, there you are. No time to rehearse, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The show is about to begin. That's what you're going to wear? Well, I suppose it works. For your grand introduction, we will reenact recent victories and events that took place on Azeroth. That's where you're from, right? The Starlight Company has graciously volunteered to assist us in this production. We recruited some special guests as well. Don't worry about the script, this is your story after all. Just try not to get too much blood on stage. It's a little bit hard to clean.
Very well. Places, everyone!
I am now Nops as myself. That is me. Alright. Place on stage taken.
For the third time, the Burning Legion descended upon Azeroth.
Oh no! Death to the Legion!
But hope yet remained. Behold, our illustrious hero!
It's me! Hey, I know them. Hi, Nops. Hello. I have come to show you my life. I hope you're all ready for this. Act 1, Xavius.
Hello. How can I help?
I am Xavius.
Line! Lord of Nightmares!
Xavius! Lord of Nightmares!
Ew!
Die!
No, Xavius, don't be so evil.
Azeroth's champions confronted Xavius deep within the Emerald Dream.
Yup, that's what I did. Surely on this character as well, and not on my paladin. Remember when that entire world died? That was the Legion. Aww. I also like how the bear in the back was like, ooh, death to the Legion, since they lost their world to the Legion. It's kind of cute.
And so, the nightmare was brought to an end.
Alune be praised.
It gladdens me to know the dream is safe.
You're welcome, Ysera. Yeah, beat that weird looking Silvar. Woo! Act 2, Ghoul Daniel.
Once Xavius fell, Azeroth's heroes took up arms against the evil warlock Gul'dan.
Boo! Boo!
But it wasn't their
Boo!
Gul'dan. This one came from the past and another world in an alternate timeline.
My god.
I think that's how it went.
Wait, what? How does that work? Don't ask. It is best if you just don't ask, really. Apologies, by the way, for any and all Druid players out there. I have no idea what I'm doing.
They fought valiantly, but someone else landed the killing blow.
You're not prepared.
You were not ready!
Well, that was rude. Act 3, kill Jaden.
Enraged by Gul'dan's failure, Kil'jaeden the Deceiver himself sought to destroy the Legion's foes.
No.
Death reigns upon you!
Oh, don't kick me off the platform. Kill him, Nobs! Destroy him! Oh, that's interesting. That actually implies that Alioth also dealt with Kil'jaeden. The plot thickens. My. This is, we're introducing ourselves to the rest of Ardenweald. It is tradition that they learn about your life, and normally they spend years and years and years on planning on what to show. We're just gonna do the synopsis, we're gonna do the highlights, and we're gonna be like, you, what up, Ardenweald? This has been my life. Oh!
Hero!
No! The defenders of Azeroth won this fight!
I've never been kicked off the platform before. Well done, Kil'jaeden. Well done, buddy.
I never believed that Sargeras could be stopped. Perhaps you will prove me wrong.
Just dramatic enough. Just dramatic enough. Okay. Begin Act 4, Argus.
Taking the fight to the Legion, Azeroth's champions battled the corrupted world soul of Argus itself.
Death! Death and pain!
Totally accurate right now. That is how it went. That was pretty much Argus. Okay. Oh, ouch.
End it all!
Hope is not lost. The spark of life still flickers within these mortals. Arise, champions! Fight to save your world!
Yeah, where's Aeonar then? Huh? Where's Aeonar then? Or is she not allowed in Ardenweald for reasons?
My torment ends!
And so, the champions of Azeroth repelled the Burning Legion, ended their crusade, and saved all worlds!
Hail to the night!
Thank you, thank you. Also, Danger Cone, thank you for the 2 months in a row, and good riddance. Way to go! Wait, worlds have souls? Apparently, I haven't seen any around here. At least I don't think so. Would they be big? Perhaps such beings slumber in our groves? Perhaps they do. Or perhaps because the Titans and the magical souls, they don't go to the Shadowlands. It is, who knows. But we're gonna take a bow as we've shown a part of our lives. Ta-da! Okay. But that is, of course, the expansion Legion. Much more has happened since we arrived in the Shadowlands. Some kind of evil Sylvar from alternate timeline of the Burning Legion, a corrupted world soul. Beautiful.
Time for the next act.
I'm ready. What do we need to do?
All right, you have my attention.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Quickly now, we'll need to help set the stage for the next acts. It is time for the next act of our theatrical introduction. The grand drama of Azeroth. Azeroth, right. All these worlds, they're hard to tell apart. Help set the stage, then come back here. You'll need to play a few other characters before you appear as yourself again. Get a move on, we have a lot to cover.
Will that be all? Help them set the stage. Quickly now.
Okie dokie. So we need to place Teldrassil. Oh no. And we need to place Azeroth. So Azeroth represented by this big old seed here. They have disabled that you could do it on travel form, so we'll just have to carry the world on our back. Oh, hang on. That is just a representation of raiding right there. What? Y'all don't think I carry the raid on my back? No? Sometimes. Aptos, thank you very much. 19 months, baby! Okay, Azeroth been placed. And we need to place Teldrassil. I am a fantastic raider, I'll have you know.
Get backstage!
Alright. I need to become Sargeras.
And what is it you require?
You.
I serve the Queen.
It has been short notice, but I have something which might work well enough. Mind the flammable bits on the stage.
All things
Good.
in
Now hit your
balance.
mark.
Oh my lord. Look at me. I am Sargeras. I'm gonna stab the world now. Are you ready?
Whee! But as the Titans were imprisoning Sargeras, he plunged his sword into the heart of Azeroth!
Woo!
Fortunately, he didn't hit any major population centers.
Next costume.
This cannot be.
Wait, so there's a giant sword stuck in their world? How does that work? It kind of goes in like, shunk! I was an environmental protector in life. You can't just stab a planet without serious repercussions to, well, everything. Good point. How would you even make a sword that big anyway? Transmute another world? No idea. I don't think I want to meet this Sargeras guy. Beautiful. And yeah, for Ysera, this is all news, of course. She was like, huh? What? You let what happen to Azeroth now?
Need some help?
Give me my costume, please. Make me Nephanos.
I'm sure we'll meet again.
For the Dark Lady. Sylvanas, my love. Night Warrior. Oh. Well, okay.
Not long after, Sylvanas Windrunner besieged the Night Elf home of Teldrassil.
Lay siege to the World Tree.
You cannot kill hope.
Can't I?
Well then, I'll just kill the tree! Burn it!
And Not so. Teldrassil was consumed by the flames of war.
No, that was only a nightmare.
Oh no, all those souls. Indeed, Chufa. This is a terrible tragedy. Wait, they aren't here. I'd have noticed a big group like that. Oh, ... And Ysera weeps. Burn it! I'll just kill your tree! Bye, Teldrassil. Oh, by fire be purged. And now we become Reverends Kalimas with the 52 months. Night Fae is definitely up there. Hot damn. It is kind of amazing. Yo, I'm ready to become Anduin's horse.
Yes, you'll do.
The costume you are wearing next is a character named Reverends. I wanted to go for something avant-garde, material, tactile, corporal. Something you can feel. Something that allows you to physically inhabit the character. Give me my costume, please. This is, I'm a horse, I'm a horse, I'm a horse, I'm a horse. I'm a horse, I'm a horse.
Could I lend a hand?
An intriguing idea, but I think it's a bit too avant-garde for this production. We just need to change a little bit of this. Gestures does to all of you. Now hold still.
Take care.
Oh yes, we are majestic right now.
Forward ho, my noble steed!
Why yes, Anduin.
The boy king of Stormwind assailed the undead city of Lordaeron.
Woohoo!
You are a terrible leader, King Rin.
Well, you're a terrible person, War Chief.
Ooh.
How dare you!
But before he could capture Sylvanas, she blighted the land and made her escape. This made everyone very unhappy.
I love this so much. This quest line is just... Oh, it's just everything. It is the perfect introduction to Ardenweald, and I just love it so much. Blizzard, you did such a good job. You did such a good job with this. You should be so proud. Remove your costume.
I am quite busy, you know.
Excuse me, I'm done being a horse now. Even though I'm majestic as fuck.
Stay safe out there.
Oh, it's my turn again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Champion! You must heal the wounds, champion!
Then a diamond dwarf reminded everyone about the giant sword.
Champions, the world is bleeding. Ye need to heal our wounds.
As it turned out, Azeroth's blood held incredible power. It erupted from the earth for anyone to claim.
No. Wait, the world was bleeding? Worlds bleed? What? Champion! The fourth wall, war. Okay, Magni, I'm doing it, yeah. Look, by the way, what kind of outfit they have. It's a diamond dwarf, look. That's the diamond dwarf. Ah, and there's Tyrande, a fierce warrior priestess. The Winter Queen is like, what's going on?
Coveting this aptly named Azerite, the Alliance and Horde sounded the horns of war! Again!
But they were just in a war! Ysera sighs in disappointment. I understand, Ysera. It's, you weren't there, okay? It's Warcraft, after all. We have a hard time controlling ourselves, alright?
And what is it you require?
I can honestly say... I can honestly say that I have never seen a performance quite like this. Now, on to our grand finale. A battle for your world that is certain to make the court sit up and take notice. Now for our finale, a thrilling performance of the most recent trials on Azathoth. Featherlight checks his notes. Oh, right. Yeah, Azeroth. Whatever. It features an artificial god, a powerful magic ice princess, an infamous queen, and an eldritch abomination of unspeakable terror. Who doesn't love a good drama with a dash of existential horror? You're back to playing yourself, so just do whatever heroes are supposed to do.
As you were. Another war? That's rough, friend.
It's not the line. It's not the line. You were close, though.
And so, the battle for Azeroth had begun.
Woo! Whoa, yeah, wait. Which side are we cheering on for? I'm not sure. Does it matter? No, not really. So we got Mother. We got Azshara. Oh, they did so good. We got a magical ice princess. Beware, aware, a Zandalari captain sailing into a trap. And, N'Zoth with their tentacles. It all checks out, really. It all checks out. Alright, are you ready, team? Act 6, Gahun.
Deep in the jungles of Nazmir, the champions of Azeroth vanquished the blood god Gahun.
Do we get blood gods, or do they go elsewhere? I do believe everything is going to the Maw currently. I need to defeat Gahun, and apparently click. Slaying Gahun. Oh no.
Old god unit Gahun exterm Kluber. No!
With Gahun defeated, the Horde and the Alliance return to fighting each other.
Yay! Fight. Ysera shakes her head. Oh, Ysera, you and me, we're on the same line. Honestly, we are so on the same line. Begin the finale.
To bring a swift end to the war, the Alliance invaded Dazar'alor and killed King Rastakhan. The Horde ships pursued the Alliance fleet, but were blockaded by Lord Admiral Jaina Proudmoore.
Hey, Mon! Horde vessels on the horizon, Mon! You have nowhere left to run, Ice Witch Mon!
You really think I've been running, Captain? I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape!
Yep, this is how it happens.
Glimmer-Dust, Jaina didn't kill her pursuers.
Oh, really?
Come on, really?
Really? Jaina didn't die either.
Fine. I am defeated. Yay.
Yay!
Moving along.
Bye, Jaina. Alright, next up, Azshara.
Far under the sea, the champions of Azeroth fought the imperious Queen Azshara.
Bow before your queen.
Hi, Azshara. What you summoning?
Stand still, but keep moving.
Oh, no, the flashbacks.
Run
no.
right, but go left.
Oh, we need to soak. We need to soak. Why is nobody soaking?
I am far too perfect and beautiful to be defeated.
Please, somebody jump in and just drain the platform. Somebody, please. Why aren't you listening? Somebody do the console. Oh, no, it's gonna blow. And we wiped. Thanks, team.
You ill-mannered and unfashionable fools will get what's coming to you.
The vainglorious queen was dethroned, but it was all part of N'Zoth's nefarious plan. Freed from his prison, the old god sought to remake the world in his insane image.
N'Zoth, Daddy, no. Don't do it. Oh my god, it has little paranoia abilities now. Look at him go! Cool. Oh no. Alright, now this is not entirely accurate because people are not bonded with each other and they're not running through each other on purpose. Totally not how this fight went down.
And thus, the Corruptor was defeated! The champions of Azeroth had prevailed once more!
Are you not entertained? Hello? Any reactions? Alright. Await the Queen's judgment. The Winter Queen rises from her seat. The Fae await her judgment with breathless anticipation.
An excellent performance.
Woo! We've been approved! Woo! Yay! Nops, nops, nops. Why thank you. Why thank you. I like the part where they beat the Legion. I'm still not clear on how that Sargeras guy got a sword that big. I'm still unclear how the world could possibly still exist with a sword in it. Well, I once met someone whose world was a ring, so is it that weird? Really? Yeah, usually appears as a big cat thing, if they're still here. I haven't seen anyone from that grove in a while. But that's okay. Nobs will help us get Ardenweald back on track. I just know it. So was that a Halo reference? I think that was a Halo reference, right? I don't recall. So, Lady Moonberry.
Oh, this should be interesting.
A fair enough performance. I think everyone's more acquainted with your world and the role that you played within it. Next time, the set design will be a bit more prepared, but for now, Moonberry nods at Ysera. I think your friend wishes to have a word. Don't it take too long. We still have to hold the final induction ceremony at the heart of the forests.
I'm sure you and Ysera have a lot to talk about.
Last time, we set up base in Ardenweald, introduced ourselves through amazing play, and made Ysera realize that the horrible things that she thought were just dreams actually did happen. But one thing we didn't play out. Tyrande going through a dangerous dark ritual to embrace the powers of the Night Warrior, as Maiev explained.
Legend says that long ago, Elune bestowed her fury upon our greatest warriors to secure Kalimdor in a sacred ritual. The strongest among them became her avatar, the Night Warrior. Our victory was swift. None who have attempted the ritual since then have survived. Elune's raw power tears them apart.
But it did grant Tyrande the power she needed to kick the Horde out of Darkshore. And then her lust for vengeance led to her jumping into the Maw with us, where she's been on the hunt ever since the start of the Shadowlands.
In dreams, I see that Tyrande has a part to play in defending Ardenweald and saving the souls of the Kaldori. Be warned, a potent force seeks to consume her. I pray that you and Chandris are able to free her from it.
Chandris Pheromone is Tyrande's adopted daughter, ever since she lost her own parents back during the War of the Ancients, which is over 10,000 years ago. She's become quite a badass in her own right, and is touched by dreams as well.
So my dreams were true. My Mendo is trapped in a realm of eternal torment. Tell me how to free her.
Nothing has ever escaped the Maw. At least, until certain mortals like this one proved able to return from it.
Chandris, this may be your only hope of saving Tyrande.
Hero, I am heartened to see an ally in this strange place. For Tyrande's sake, I ask for your aid.
This is where you're gonna find the major difference in storytelling between playing for the Alliance or playing for the Hordes. I'm right now on a Night Elf Druid, so Chandris, she's really kind to me. Not so much if you're a member of the Horde, and we're part of the ones that burned down Teldrassil.
No matter what terrors the Maw may hold, we will overcome them. Lead on. The Maw. It is even more horrific than the High Lord described. Such darkness and despair.
The place shown in my vision lies ahead. Come, we will see if any answers are to be found there. This is my Mindo's handiwork, just as I dreamed. How can anyone survive this place? We must not tarry. This path of carnage should lead us to her. Mindo!
Chandris, why have you come?
My dreams brought me here. We have come to save you.
Foolish child. There is no leaving this place. But you can join me here. Forever.
You will never find the Night Warrior.
This realm seeks to deceive our senses. Keep moving. I see another trail of bodies up ahead. Do not abandon hope. You take the river. I will provide cover from along the bank. Let us hope the real Tyrande awaits us ahead. Mindo! Leave the Maw with us, before the Night Warrior's power overwhelms you.
No! Not while our people suffer inside Torghast!
The goddess gives me strength.
I will tear that tower apart, and the Banshee with it!
Whatever evils lurk within the tower that Tyrande seeks, we must not let her face them alone. I cannot afford to lose her trail. I will meet you up ahead.
Keep in mind that the Arbiter broke down somewhere during the Legion time period, so all the souls that perished during the Fourth War, during Battle for Azeroth, they've gone straight down into the Maw. Not even Elune was able to save them from this fate, as the Banshee Queen decided to burn down Teldrassil. In their final moments, a starry Starseeker held a mother and child close, as the flames raged all around them. The last 3 priestesses of Elune in Teldrassil prayed. They did not ask for healing or for rescue. They asked for mercy, and their goddess heard them as Astari began to sing, and Elune answered their call. Sleep brushed their mind, feather soft, honey sweet. The pain disappeared while the fire was relentless. The smoke would kill them, and the flames would devour their flesh and even their bones. Only ash would remain, but they would feel nothing. No pain in the lady's light, in the lady's love. Mother and child both slept, breathing gently despite the smoke. Her duty faithfully discharged, Astari allowed her own eyelids to flutter closed. There will be justice, one day, but eyes other than ours will behold it. The last thing she heard was a cracking sound as she slipped into slumber. The genocide of the Night Elves was a terrible blow, yet their suffering, it has not ended when they passed on into the afterlife. It's inside Torghast, Tower of the Damned, where we track down Tyrande.
More slain monsters. Tyrande must be up ahead. Mindo!
None shall stop me. Ashrok Ilizar!
Wait!
You will know Elune's wrath.
She will let nothing bar her path. We must fight our way through to her. Quickly, push forward. The Night Warrior's power threatens to consume her. Tyrande!
Vengeance for Teldrassil!
Ah, more souls to torment.
Their torment ends now. By Elune, you can bear these souls to safety. We must reach Tyrande before it is too late.
What vile magic is this?
Pain, suffering, no hope.
The souls of the Kaldorei, twisted into that monstrosity! Destroy it! Oblivion would be a kinder fate.
Failed us! Tyrande, the flames! Teldrassil, Sylvanas! No peace in death! Fire! Burn with us! Burn! Abandoned by Elune! Priestess! Lies!
Forgive us! There is no other way!
The Banshee has won! All life consumed!
Sylvanas will never win! This I vow!
Avenge! Teldrassil! Avenge! Us!
The Banshee will know your suffering 100-fold! In her light, all truths are revealed. Come with us. We can leave the darkness of the Maw behind and bring you back to the light. No, my hunt will not cease until every soul is saved, and the Banshee has answered for her crimes. This Maw Walker has the means to deliver our brothers and sisters from their torment. If that is true, then I entrust this sacred duty to you, child of Teldrassil. Save the souls of our people, while I claim vengeance upon the one who put them here. Please, Maw Walker, use the crystal you carry to save these Kaldorei spirits. At least these Kaldorei souls were freed. For the first time in a long while, I feel hope. I will not give up on my mother. But for now, we must help these souls find peace. Come, let us leave this place. Ysera, it is a wonder to see you awakened once more.
My spirit was nearly lost. The touch of the Winter Queen awakened me. Now I am bound to this realm. I sense Kaldorei spirits in your soul keeper, Maw Walker. Release them to the wilds of Ardenweald. Night embrace you, mortal.
What will happen to these souls?
They will find peace and respite here. Some may even choose new forms and help tend the groves.
Ysera, I failed to bring Tyrande back. She still wanders the Maw, fueled by the Night Warrior's might, and driven by a relentless rage.
Do not let your heart be troubled, young one. There may be another who can aid us in saving Tyrande Whisperwind.
The poor souls of the Night Elves might find some peace here in Ardenweald, while Tyrande will not stop until the Banshee Queen is destroyed, or the rage of the Night Warrior consumes her. Ysera and Chandris, they will do a bit of investigating, follow some leads to see if we can find a way to help Tyrande. As a final note, we do get Dreamweaver as our second soulbind, but I either missed out on it or it's not available, but I didn't get a cutscene showing the soulbind. Last week, we tried to save Tyrande Whisperwind, but the Night Warrior will not let go of her quest for vengeance. But at the very least, we were able to recover some of the tortured Night Elf souls, and we brought them back to Ardenweald.
One! Use the Death Stone to come see me on the other side. Don't be a scared little thing now.
This week, one Sunday shows up in need of our aid. Ardenweald is in grave danger, as some of the Loa that have been sleeping here, recovering, they've gone missing. To take them right under the Winter Queen's nose, it means that it has to be someone powerful behind it. Obon Samdi can't have Loa vanishing from Ardenweald. That could be him someday. We have to put a stop to this.
Something strange are going on with the spirits of the Loa resting up in Ardenweald. You go check it out for me, Mom thought me resting real peaceful now. Shame about that nasty business back in Zuldrak.
Mumtov, mighty mammoth of Zuldrak. He was turned on by his own followers, who sought to take his powers, as an effort to survive the invasion of the Scourge. When confronted, Mumtov took his own life, and in doing so, took the lives of many of his would-be slayers.
Toranja be worshipped by the Drakari, till them turn on him. It'd be mighty hard to find loyal followers these days.
For ages, Tarunja was the trusted guardian of Drakfaron Keep and patron of those who defended the borders of Zul'Darak. Tarunja fell to treachery when the threat of the Scourge and the lies of the Lich King drove his own followers to turn against him. They actually popped up earlier on the Isle of Thunder.
Dambala's wild seed be missing. Only the husk left behind. We best be hurrying and find old Hakar.
From the Warcraft RPG, Dambala is the Loa of serpents and treachery. He teaches shadow hunters to move swiftly and quietly by changing their shape into a serpent or snake.
What? Hakar be missing too? Oh no. This ain't good, man. Not good at all.
I think we're all familiar with Hakar, right? Patron and doom of the Gurubashi Empire. This corrupt blood god was defeated during a union of Zandalar with foreign powers. If you're not that familiar with Hakar, I do have a full video up on the subject. Now these wild seeds, they don't just go missing, especially the kind with powerful Loa within. Even the bad eggs, like Hakar and Dambala, they're protected by the Winter Queen. Someone or something must be stealing them. But why is the question? They weren't even ready to be reborn quite yet. So we search the area and see if we can pick up the trail. Missing Loa, they're bad for business, and Bonsamdi is already in enough trouble with the boss. This is not the first time that he mentions a boss. Taking us back to Battle for Azeroth, we plan to place Vol'jin's urn at Atal Dazar, which is a place of honor amongst the greatest Zandalari kings. But Bonsamdi, he wasn't having it.
Hey, Vol'jin, come on out of that urn. Wait. No! Where be the spirit? Where be Vol'jin? No! Impossible! The boss ain't gonna like this. Old Bonsamdi not been losing a spirit and... Oh, this be bad.
I might have missed it, but I don't think that they've explicitly stated which spirit Bonsamdi lost. I think Jindo is still a very good bet, as he found a way back into the world after we took him out in Classic. But if I missed out, by all means let me know.
That be the mark of Muzala. Oh no. You're telling me the boss behind all this?
This was supposed to be the moment where Bonsamdi's boss got his grand reveal. But considering that the other side dungeon, it's been available since the start, many were already aware that Muzala is Bonsamdi's boss. He is a Loa of Death from long ago, and the one that raised Bonsamdi from a troll priest into the Loa of Death as we know him as today, meaning that regular trolls, they can be elevated into Loas. Father of Sleep, Son of Time, Night's Friend, there's some of the other names given to Muzala. Apparently, it was quite a dark time when the trolls worshipped him. Blood, sacrifices, one of the bad eggs, I suppose. And over time, he forgot what it meant to be a Loa. The bond that you have with your people, the power that you share. Being worshipped, it means power to the Loa, and over time, Muzala's followers dwindled. We can find a shrine to him in Zuldazar with the Sand Fury Trolls. A tablet of Tekka that makes mention of him in Zul'Farrak. It's the Sand Trolls that are the ones that we know of that still remain loyal to Muzala, as they called to him in the Traveler series, but the Sand Trolls, they haven't been doing too well. Meanwhile, Bonsamdi has been making deals and bargains left and right. Aided by the amazing voice actor that they got for him, he's been given a much more prominent role, a royal position as the Loa for Queen Talanji, as Rezan, the Loa of Kings. They were sent off to the Shadowlands by Prophet Zul during Battle for Azeroth. But who needs mortals to worship you, where you can ally yourself with the jailer? Now it seems that they've been draining Anima out of the other wild seeds to awaken Hakar and Dambala before their time, putting together an army of terrible Loa. The Winter Queen must be informed, and since Bonsamdi is not exactly on the best terms with her, we will do the talking.
Hey, what you say, Ice Queen? Been a long time, eh? But this tree looking good. I like what you done with the place.
What is the meaning of this intrusion, mortal?
Now, Your Majesty, I come in peace. We need to be working together if we're gonna beat old Mozala.
The quarrels of Loa are no concern of mine. Do not involve Ardenweald in your petty squabbles.
No, you got this all wrong. The boss be stealing the Loa from their sleep, and... You be running to the Winter Queen with your problems now? Some Loa of debt you be, Bwansamdi. Making deals instead of taking what be yours. Your time be done, your power be spent, and now old Mozala be coming to collect.
The Winter Queen is not exactly eager to do any favors for Bonsamdi, but Mozala's actions, they cannot be ignored. We are going to eradicate his worshippers, drive them from the forest before they cause more harm. Ardenweald's mightiest are called upon, like Sorcha at Glitterfall Basin, Guardian Kota at Tirnaval, and Guardian Molan at Hibernal Hollow. Together we ride to eradicate Mozala's followers, the ones who've been following his orders for quite a while. As we saw during questing, they've caused quite a bit of trouble in Ardenweald. Dambala, they're here as well. Fighting a Loa is not gonna be easy, but Lady Moonberry has just a trick to help us out. Her powers surely are incredible and sparkly. Together, we're able to take out Dambala, kick Mozala's forces out of the land. It's only a matter of time before the Wild Hunt completely purges them from Ardenweald.
Bwansamdi be letting mortals fight his battles. Me always knew he be a coward.
Always. Good hunting! The Queen will be pleased to know we've driven Mozala out of Ardenweald.
Mozala will pay dearly for the destruction he has wrought. Those spirits were under my care. As for Bwansamdi, his fate is not my concern. Aid him or not, as you desire. I must attend to Ardenweald.
Looks like I'm gonna have to settle the score with the boss, once and for all. Mozala be mighty strong and plenty mean, but don't you worry about old Bwansamdi. This old Loa still got a few tricks up his sleeve. But when you finish helping the Winter Queen, maybe you come on over to the other side, just check in on your old friend, eh?
I've already done the story of the other side, what goes down in the dungeon. But looking back at it and reading some of your comments, it was not a wise decision. I had so many questions about the dungeon that I figured to get it out as soon as I could. And at the same time, I didn't want to spoil too much of what happens during this campaign, meaning that I left quite a few things unanswered, quite a few of you wondering why I didn't talk about those certain things. And that's on me, so I hope I cleared up a bit more about the history and the relation between Bwansamdi and Mozala. Let me also take this moment to dive into the dungeon again and answer some of the questions, some of the replies that I got. The other side, it's like a pocket domain in the Shadowlands. It's Bwansamdi's little corner, where he's been keeping souls safe from the Maw, like King Rastakhan, who also died during Battle for Azeroth, but he can only do so much. We go in to collect some depths for him, from the Mana Storms, Hakar, and Dealer's Iaxa. The Horde, they're greeted like this.
Wait, who? Heroes! Me knew you was gonna come and help you old pal Bwansamdi.
While the Alliance, they're greeted like this.
Heroes! No hard feelings about that little disagreement that we had in Zuldazar.
referring to the Battle for the Zara lore, one of the raids during Battle for Azeroth, where the Alliance fought against King Rastakhan and Bon Samdi. Now I pitched the idea, the question whether or not the Mana Storms are still alive, or if this is all taking place within the Shadowlands. Some of you pointed out that they're clearly still alive. I just really like the idea of them blowing each other up over some lover's quarrel, but I guess I'll have to let go of that dream. With the dealer, Bon Samdi mentions that he doesn't just deal on Azeroth, which is really cool to hear. I do wonder if that gives any power to the idea that the Emerald Dream, that domain is not just connected to Azeroth, but to all domains, similar to how spirits, not just from Azeroth, but from all the domains, can also end up in Ardenweald. After bringing enough mojo back to overpower Muzala, we make Bon Samdi the boss, meaning that the struggle for this quote-unquote true Loa of Death, it's been won by somebody that's not allied to the jailer, which is very good for us. Muzala has been a naughty Loa though. He's been given credit for dealing with Keeper Odin, had sacrificed his eye to gaze into the Shadowlands, learn about the Valkyr, and in turn, perhaps the Shadowlands gazed back. He brought Helya to the jailer's side, potentially connected the storyline in Legion between Sylvanas and Helya, and he also made her war chief with a whisper, referring to Vol'jin hearing the Loa speak to him, which led to him appointing Sylvanas as the war chief, with the fourth war that followed after. We actually got in touch with Vol'jin to figure out what was going on, why I made that choice, and we got some hints that something wasn't quite right. That's now been revealed. We now know that Muzala is Bon Samdi's boss, and that he's connected to Vol'jin's death and the appointment of Sylvanas. But that still leaves the question as to who touched Vol'jin's spirit. Touched by the hand of valor, as Ayer describes it. But that part of the story I'm not going to spoil. Last time, we helped out our pal Bon Samdi, and we confronted Muzala. This week, we got some great news from Ysera. They have actually found a soul in Ardenweald, who was also, once upon a time, a Night Warrior in life, as Tyrande is at this moment.
A former Night Warrior. Let us see what wisdom they can share.
In case you forgot, Tyrande is being consumed by the embodiment of Elun's darkest face, the result of a dangerous and deadly ritual that did give her the power to kick the Horde out of Darkshore, but it's now tearing her apart. Her quest for vengeance has wreaked havoc upon the Maw in search of the Banshee Queen, and despite her best efforts, she's unwilling to give up the hunt. So, perhaps, with a bit of luck, we could find a different way to help.
In our time of need, my mother took on the power of the Night Warrior.
Then her fate is sealed. My condolences, but you must let her go. For your sake, as well as hers.
Theonax, wait!
Well, that doesn't sound good. Godarin apologizes for his husband's behavior, but the Night Warrior, it's a sensitive subject. Will we help out at the garden with slaying brigands, liberating souls, and repairing some soul webs? They explain more of their history.
Please forgive my husband. Theonax became the Night Warrior to save our world, but he paid a dear price in the end. Theonax knew the risks, but we had no choice. He invoked the dark power of Elun, and together we repelled the invaders. Though we had saved our world, the power of the Night Warrior began to destroy him.
As it threatens to destroy Tyrande.
Desperate to save him, we attempted to lessen his burden by sharing Elun's power between us. But our gambit failed. We both lost our lives, and he has blamed himself ever since.
Tyrnax and Godarin, they come from a world called Phazandi. It was a beautiful world of vast forests, mighty mountains, and tranquil plains. It was for these wilds that they fought against the Dark God, or presumably an old god as we know them as. Some generations before he was born, the Dark God landed on their world. This impact wiped out an entire kingdom and disrupted the balance of nature. No one who ventured into the area returned from the wastelands. Their druids kept an eye on the borders, but they did not anticipate the monsters that would come. Creatures with far too many eyes, far too many limbs, and too many hungering mouths. They swept across the world when his great-grandparents were children. Thus, the endless war began. Entire generations have spent their lives holding against the others and their madness. But it was his mother who discovered the nature of what lived in the center of the crater. To slay this being from another world, she too tried to invoke Elun's dark face, and she died for the efforts. Meaning that the goddess Elun is not just tied to the world of Azeroth itself. Now Kadarin and Tyrnax, they actually fought over going through this ritual. It already killed Kadarin's mother, and he did not wish for it to kill his husband as well. But Elun's power was one of their greatest weapons against the monsters. So it was that Tyrnax went through the ritual, and he actually survived it. With their eyes dark as the new moons, they fought against the monsters. But they did not foresee the cost. The price of Elun's dark power. It was his life. Mortals are not meant to hold such things. One way or another, it was going to kill him. For his world, for his people and his family, he was willing to make that sacrifice. Kadarin, however, was not so willing to let it happen. To Tyrnax's eternal regret, trying to share the burden, it killed them both. They did manage to win. A victory that came at a terrible price, not just for giving up their own lives. The armies of madness, it killed many while they were fighting, then scattered when the Dark One died. Some of their people have succumbed to the whispers. They disappeared or simply went mad. They have lost friends, family. This god it bled, and it's gonna take many generations to cleanse the sickness from their world, if it can ever be.
Hero, let us head for the inner garden.
Theonax.
My apologies, Chandris. It is not easy for me to speak of the Night Warrior. Is there something you wish to ask? More Spriggans? We're being ambushed.
Never have I seen them gather in these numbers.
I curse you!
Kadarin, no! What have you done to him?
I'll never tell.
Elun's wrath is Kadarin. I cannot lose him again.
We will break this curse, Theonax. I swear by the light of Elun.
A curse, you say? Oh, I know! True love's kiss! Smooch him, Tyrnax!
Nothing happened.
Strange. That always works in the fables. Anyway, new plan.
It surely must be a powerful curse if even true love's kiss doesn't work. If we can't remove it, then Kadarin's soul is gonna be lost forever. And Tyrnax will refuse to help us. And Tyrande will be doomed to die horribly in the maw. And everyone will be really sad. No pressure or anything. We head out to the Grove of Memory to find the right counter curse. But this grove is also dealing with a Spriggan problem. Time to clean up the place and take pieces of the scroll that we need, bind it all together with a tethered binding from a major hex to create the sealed scroll of soul rods. From the scroll, we learn that we're gonna need 3 reagents to break this curse. First, a secret never spoken, which is provided by Watcher Vesperbloom. They're a resident snoop around here, keeping a wild hunt informed on any nefarious behavior that takes place in the forest. Their book of secrets has been devoured by Darkwater Matriarch, so all we need to do is reach inside and take it back. Secondly, some attuned Anima is going to be taken from some really nasty Spriggans at Tyrna's Scythe. We take Tyrnax with us, as they could use some nice vengeful, therapeutic Spriggan stomping. And then our final reagent is a token of lost love.
Alexstrasza must have kept some memento of Corialstraz, a token of lost love. I only hope she is willing to part with it.
Corialstraz is the former consort of the Red Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, and you will be hard-stretched to find a deeper love. When she was enslaved by the orcs, he found a way to reunite the divided aspects, return them to full power and set her free. You might recall seeing them together in Wrath the Lich King after the Wrathgate events, and his demise, it came similar to how he lived his life, in sacrifice to others. He blew himself up to prevent their unborn children from turning into vile, twisted, chromatic dragons. That's the one Ysera believes that Alexstrasza loved most. But in truth...
Ysera, it brightens my heart to know her death was not an end, but a new beginning. We were sisters, hatched from the same clutch, inseparable since birth. Ysera speaks of Corialstras, whom I loved dearly, but I loved none more than her. She gave me a gift when we first became aspects. Take it with you, and save your friend. And Champion, please tell my sister that she is sorely missed, fondly remembered, and deeply loved.
From the chest, we take a small carving of Ysera. Rough edges smoothed by time and handling. The ancient wood carving has been preserved by high-quality protection spells, perfect to save Kadarin.
Okay, everyone, let's break this curse!
What happened?
Kadarin. Thank Elune it worked. I know not if the Night Warrior's fate can be averted, but I will do all that I can to aid you.
Thank you, Theonax. And you, Kadarin. You are fortunate to have each other.
Yes, we are.
Despite his resentment towards Elune, she still gives him praise that all of this worked. Hopefully, with their inside knowledge, we might be able to find a different fate for Tyrande than the Night Warriors that came before. And seeing how they're really building up this story of Elune, now adding that Elune's powers are not just tied to Azeroth, but there are more planets out there that know about her as well. I'm really curious to see where that story is going to go in the future. This week, we're going to focus more on the problems that are hitting Ardenweald. Lord Hearn, he has an urgent request.
Our prey can ill afford to lose more huntsmen and huntresses. Find them and bring them home.
Recently, the Wild Hunt has been encountering the masked Fae in greater numbers, particularly in the area surrounding Blackthorn Grove. A hunting party led by Arelon, it was sent out to investigate, but it has yet to return. Turns out that they were ambushed, and while Arelon narrowly managed to escape, the rest of his group were not so lucky.
Don the mask when you are ready. We must find the others. The entire grove has been possessed. Take care not to be unmasked. Azalor, I feared as much. He deserved better than this. Nera was the fiercest among us. She would never have knelt to the trust. Taris, I'd embrace you, old friend. Gwayr, she yet breathes. But what have they done to her?
Gwayr is slowly being transformed into one of their masked slaves. Our friend will turn foe if we don't do something to save her. There is one who may know how to dispel the curse. In the mountains of Drusvar, there lives Ulfar, an ancient foreign speaker who sided with the humans of Kaltiris against their fellow Drust. All the way back when there was a war between Goraktul, the Drust, and the early Kaltiran settlers. If you've played during Battle for Azeroth, then you might recall hanging out with Ulfar before. They're one of the last Drust foreign speakers, passing on their wisdom to the next generation. They're guardians of balance, keeper of the cycle. Life is part of nature, as is death. They know the curse of which we speak, dark magic that possesses the mind of the afflicted. Long ago, the Drust were ruled by a sorcerer king named Goraktul. It was he who twisted their rituals and their people upon the path of death and domination. We'll need to claim a portion of his power to break the curse, with a fetish placed in the flame of oblivion at Gol Enough, a vile place where danger lurks amongst its shadows.
Pitiful mortal! That witless Thornspeaker led you right into my grasp. Gol Enough will be your grave!
The Drust behemoth is slain, and the imbued Drust fetish will be of great use to us. Back to the Shadowlands we go, where the spirit of a powerful foreign speaker named Kavar resides. They were the mentor of Ulfar, and may be able to offer guidance on what to do next. She makes her home near Eventide Grove, but we're not the only ones that are interested in her. The Drust have locked her away with 3 separate keys. By the time they were able to gather those from the Drust commanders, they've already moved her, made ready to use it as a sacrifice in one of the dark rituals. Something that we cannot allow to happen.
Perfect timing, you two. Though you did cut it close.
In order to perform our ritual, we're gonna need some Nox roots, a unique plant that only grows within soil that's been corrupted by Trust magic.
Strike fast. Mawwalker, you gather the Nox root. Erelon, we will need a witch's satchel. Stealing one from the Drust will be a perilous task.
I will not return without it. You have my word.
Meet me at the heart of the forest to complete the ritual. Good hunting, both of you.
But while we're able to get what we need, Erelon doesn't return with the satchel. I'm guessing that we'll have to pick it up ourselves, and while we do, all we find of him is his broken spear. Lord Hearn will assemble a search party to find and bring Erelon home.
Be ready, Mawwalker. Goraxar's sorcery will not be easily purged. Destroy those things quickly! Keep at it. The Drust's hold upon her is weakening. Stay with us, Gwayer. This curse is nearly broken. Gwayer! No!
She did not survive.
Even after all of that work, it seems like the mass victims are lost forever. Even though we cannot save those who have fallen into possession, least we can do is end their torments. The Wild Hunt is instructed to put down all possessed that they encountered, while Erelon is still out there, somewhere.
Troubling news, mortal. I had hoped we would discover the means to restore those possessed by the Drought. Sadly, those taken are now lost to us. Goraxar will pay dearly for the wound she has inflicted upon my realm.
Ardenweald will survive
As
the drought.
Elun's dark power
This I
raged
swear.
within me, Kadarin and I were able to siphon some of it out of my body and into his.
Can the same be done for Tyrande?
Perhaps, but the ritual cost us our lives. If we attempt it again, we must disperse the power among several vessels.
Such as those who were once night warriors themselves.
You seek the Horned Hunter, a peerless tracker in life and a legend within the Wild Hunt. You can find him at Root Home, if he does not find you first. Good hunting.
Is there? Beware, Huntress. This road is no longer safe.
The Horned Hunter is no longer here, tracking his prey to the west at the Elder Stand. These woods in particular, they've grown dangerous as of late. The Wouters have overrun the roads between here and the Stand, so we're gonna have to fight our way into Tyrna's Scythe.
These creatures are not of Ardenweald. They invade our groves and consume the Anima like locusts. Look, those rifts must be how they enter the forest. Close them, quickly. That should keep them at bay for now. Let us continue our search. I do not like the look of this place. Stay close. Look out!
That scent. Your spirit has walked the same path as mine. I am Hone
Sir,
Highmountain,
it is an honor
the
to meet
Horned
you,
Hunter.
and to be saved by you. I must return to my post for now. Good hunting.
Lord Hearn has tasked me with culling the Devourers. Left unchecked, they will consume what little anima remains in Ardenweald. I cannot return until my quarry is slain, nor can I offer you aid in tracking yours. That said, a good huntsman knows when to accept help. Hunt with me, and I will return the favor.
Our Horned Hunter is none other than Hall Highmountain. You hunters out there that play during Legion, you should be especially familiar with him. This legendary High Mountain Tauren, he fought for the defense of the world against the Burning Legion. This was over 10,000 years ago, right there during the War of the Ancients. meeting up with legendary characters like Malfurion Stormrage and Jared Shadowsong. The wild gods of Azeroth also honored him, especially Cenarius, gifting him the horns of Ekro, those beautiful moose-like antlers on his head. After the war was won, Haln returned home, where they renamed the land in his honor. High Mountain stands, even to this day, but Haln had only just begun. Next up, he set his sights on the Black Dragon Deathwing. With the use of the Hammer of Kaskarov, he was able to banish the aspect out of their lands, cleanse one of their eggs into an uncorrupted black dragon called Abyssian, Refion's brother-in-arms, and when his time came, when he passed on to the Shadowlands, his weapon, Talonclaw, also known as the Eagle Spear, it passed on through the generations, until ultimately landing in the hands of heroic hunters of Azeroth.
World Eaters instinctively drain anima from their surroundings. One must have come in contact with this bush. This foliage was once brimming with anima, though it likely did little to satiate the World Eater. Tiernan are resilient creatures. Our prey must be fearsome indeed to have felled one. I believe I have found its trail. Give me a moment. There, we can track it now. Let us face the beast. Wait, that is Voris, the Realm Eater. A mighty foe, and one deadlier than expected. We must observe it closer before we strike. Look for nearby cover. It can sense us. Prepare yourself. Hang on! Voris is no common World Eater. For all of our stealth, it was still able to detect us. We will need a cunning strategy to defeat it. And I think I know where to start.
We'll need to be properly prepared before we can face something like Voris. We're gonna need some bulging digestive sacs from the Gorm of Ardenweald. That will hurt quite a bit. And some concentrated anima to lure Voris to where we want it to be.
Ah, you've arrived just in time. Your aim is true. I will finish setting the lure. Let me know when you are ready. Ardenweald will endure. The trap is set. Follow me. We must stay hidden as we wait for Voris to emerge. Our prey is weakened. Strike now! Well fought. That was no easy prey, even for the wild hunt. For Queen and I must report to Lord Hearn. Then we will speak of your hunt.
Holm High Mountain. Long has it been since I witnessed you in battle.
Any friend of Jared Shadowsong is a friend of mine. What would you ask of me, Chandris?
We require your skills as a huntsman. Our efforts hinge on locating an elusive quarry.
The Night Warriors of Elune. We are in need of their aid.
Ah, now this is a true challenge. Very well. I will not rest until I have found them.
You have our gratitude, Horned Hunter. Night embrace you.
This week, our old friend Bonsandi shows up, wanted to repay the favor that we did for him. That whole Muzala situation. That nasty Loa is at his mercy now, muttering about some things he stole from the Winter Queen.
Me necropolis be right this way, friend. Things might be a little messy, but not no big, brave hero can't be handling.
Look who be coming back to his little necropolis. You scared me followers gonna tear it down?
This little Loa. Once Sambi got plans for your ragged old followers.
Me forces be here to free me. And then, you're gonna be real sorry.
Your disciples be weak, Muzala. tired old bones and spooky little spirits. Once they got all the Zandalari praising me. Without the jailer, you'd just be a poor, forgotten Loa. Poor Muzala.
Muzala is still hiding something, and we're gonna find out what it is. To make him talk, we'll need to perform a ritual, and for the ritual, we'll need Muzala's dark mojo, taken from the undead outside that are swarming the necropolis, drawn to the Loa's presence. With the attack, not all of Bonsamdi's followers have made it safely inside, and we're going to need their help with the ritual, so we save them. Then there's Zelhan the Betrayer. He is the one leading the undead in Nazmir, and showing his broken armor to Muzala that will break the old Loa spirit even further.
Crush all who oppose Muzala! Your bones will decorate Muzala's throne! Muzala has already won!
To get Muzala talking, we're going to feed him a teeny bit of the life essence of everybody in the room. Don't worry, my amazing healing skills are going to keep them all alive. Before we begin though, we'll need to invite a very special guest.
See you, the special guest gonna be real interested to hear what Muzala be saying. They got a special connection.
One Somdi! You're being too important to summon me yourself.
But don't be such a fussy pant, man. I got some here you're gonna wanna see. I go loose the binding on Muzala now. You best be making sure my people don't be lost to his power. Think you're breaking free now, Muzala?
Foolish Loa, you don't be stopping me power. First, I'll be feasting on your followers. Then you.
I be calling the shots now. So you better start telling me all the bad things you done to Ardenweald.
Ha! Me no bow down to your cheap tricks.
Sure, such a grumpy Loa. I said speak.
You be too late. Me gave an ancient spirit the chance to be joining me. They made a bad choice. And now they be trapped in the maw.
You do see. Well, good thing me got to deal with this mortal who go jump in that bad old place and be getting out again.
You don't be stopping the jailer. Him be working his plans for a long time. A long time. War's been burning this whole world to ashes. All over one little whisper to this foolish troll.
That voice whispering is the poison be burning in me veins. Wind Runner.
Oh, you like me whispers, little chieftain? Was gonna send your soul to the maw myself. But you're born to this world, be too hard to break.
You be boring us, Muzala. Time for you to go back to the other side. Don't you worry, though. You got yourself a new master. Your old friend, Bonsamdi.
It be me who named Sylvanas war chief. But Muzala and the jailer, They be pulling the strings all along.
Then how about we get a little payback, Rescue that ancient spirit from the maw and bring it nice and safe to the Winter Queen.
One someday, there be no escaping the maw, yeah? If I be going in.
You heard, old Mozala? Your soul still be having threads tying it to Azeroth, just like our friend here. So hold tight to them threads, and don't be fully manifesting your spirit in that dark place. Else your soul might be going poof.
Then it be time I set things right. No way I be letting Mozala get the last laugh.
I think that we can all agree that they did Vol'jin rather dirty. The Shadow Hunter of the Darkspear tribe, he led his people through turbulent times, as he didn't really get along with Garrosh Hellscream. Things progressed even further. Vol'jin spoke out. He got his throat sliced for the trouble, but he still returned for the sake of the Horde, to stand against his warchief that was leading them down the wrong path. Then it was he who became warchief, to just, not do anything at all. His time was over far too quickly, with a death on the broken shore and appointing Sylvanas as the new warchief. That appointment came with a whisper from Muzala, manipulations from the realm of death. I'll link a much more detailed video about Vol'jin at the end of this one, if you want to check it out.
The more be waiting, and the spirit we gonna save, his place. It be worse than I imagine. I be sensing traces of the spirit nearby. I be tracking the spirit for ya. But that be all. Anything more, and I gonna risk being stuck here forever. We've been spotted,
Join this spirit in eternal torment!
They tortured the spirit, then moved it somewhere else. I got the trail. This be a tough one to track, even for a shadow hunter. Let's go. That'd be awesome, man. A wild god from the War of the Ancients.
It's Ashamain that we've been tracking, who's a massive pen for wild god. Druids out there that play during Legion, you might recall picking up the fangs of Ashamain as your artifact weapon. She died during the War of the Ancients, which is over 10,000 years ago, taking many demons with her, including the Pit Lord Ronukan. His death brought more destruction. The fell power granted to him by the Legion exploded outwards, tearing a deep gash in the land and burning Ashamain to ash. But her sacrifice was not in vain. She bought the people of Suramar enough time to hide their city from the Legion and the world. Death, it meant that her spirit went to Ardenweald. And as we quest through the zone, we uncover the whole drought business, the choices that they have to make, which seeds will survive and which wither away forever. On the list of wild seeds to be rescued, we see her name, but then Muzala's forces, they got their hands on it. She was offered a deal, offered a place at their side, and she refused, to then end up here.
Well fought. Now come. Vengeance can wait.
If she had her strength, she would rip Muzala apart and scatter his remains across all of existence. But the maw, it's taken its toll, so her spirit enters our Soul Keeper crystal.
Tread light. Muzala will yet know my fury. I place my trust in you, mortal.
Oh, Walker. I be sensing Loa nearby.
Our quest, it began just for Ashamain, but Vol'jin can sense that more Loa are being tortured up ahead. 3 of them, in fact, and they too don't belong in a maw. Let's go out and save them.
Hyrik, I heard his screech when he be dying in Nazmir.
Hyrik, Lord of the Midnight Sky, died in battle for Azeroth. At our hands, in fact, as this Loa was corrupted by Kahun.
There be more Loa this way. Hurry! Shadra. One someday told me she'd been consumed by her own priestess.
consumed by Yasma, again in battle for Azeroth, as Yasma was working with Prophet Zul, and Prophet Zul was working for Gahun against King Rastakhan. The king would enter a bargain with Bonsamdi and kick Zul out of their city, while Yasma, she found her end at the hands of heroes within Atal Dazar.
There be one lower left. One almost gone. Son, the lower of kings. We need to break that barrier.
The reason why Rastakhan needed Bonsamdi, that was because his Loa of Kings, Rezan, was lured into a trap by Prophet Zul at Atal Dazar. His soulless body wandered around for a bit until we put it down. While his soul has been enjoying the treatment of the Maw. We need to rescue him. But Exorbius, the one that's draining Rezan, is projecting a barrier of death. Nothing is able to get through it, unless Vol'jin uses some of his own anima to shield us from its magic.
You will join this pitiful Loa in torment.
Run away.
This soul is lost. There is nothing left to save.
Not yet. Rezan, we're gonna take you out of here. Get your strength back. Vol'jin of the Dark Spear, your soul is fierce. You seek justice. The last glimmer of my essence is yours. Carry it to Ardenweald. Let all that I was be reborn within you. No, I be just an old shadow hunter. Our people, they be needing you. You are the one they need. Rezan, and not be wasting your gift. Your name gonna be remembered. Always. I can't be staying in the moor any longer. Bring the spirits home to Ardenweald.
Hey there, your majesty. Your old friend Bonsamdi be helping this one find all of them missing Loa.
I will take these three spirits into our care once someday. Along with this other, intriguing, a mortal soul entwined with the essence of a Loa. I cannot say what fate will befall you, Vol'jin of the Dark Spear. But I offer you this chance to one day be reborn anew.
I be deeply honored, Your Majesty. Champion, thank you for all you done for me. In life and in death. Looks like old Vol'jin be starting a new hunt. After I be getting some rest.
Well, sure, your majesty. Old Bonsamdi be glad to give you one of the soul him risk his neck to save. And in return, all him asks for is...
Depart.
Fine, fine. But if you ever need this old Loa, just come on over to the other side. Huh?
I'm just loving the dynamic between the Winter Queen and Bonsamdi. That said, Vol'jin's fate is anyone's guess, but I'm really happy to see that his story isn't over quite yet. He has the essence of Rezan, the former Loa of Kings. He's chatted with Queen Talanji before, and she has massive respect for him. She even wanted to place his urn within Atal Dazar. It could very well be that Vol'jin comes back as this new Loa of Kings, since, as we did learn from Bon Samedi, mortals can become Loa.
Rezan be smarter than I thought. Maybe one day there gonna be a new Loa making deal with old Bon Samedi.
This week, our attention is drawn to the Drust threats. The time has come to drive them out of our lands once and for all. The Wild Hunt reports that Goraxar and the forces, they're deeply entrenched at the edge of Ardenweald. We take them on, their captain Ingrad Riff included, while removing the protective runes that are shielding Goraxar.
Fools! You are but insects before Goraxar!
Strange. That does not sound like the Goraxar I remember.
We will avenge the possessed here and now. For Ardenweald!
Go on. I'll guard the bridge.
Moorwalker! Strike down the barrier! What sorcery is this? Slay her minions. I will secure the wild seeds.
Pathetic little creatures! You struggle in vain! Thros will engulf this realm!
It is over, Goraxar!
No! You will pay for your insolence in blood!
Moorwalker! Finish this!
I cannot continue.
Your infestation is at an end, monster!
Wait! I sense something hidden from sight.
A Drust trick to distract us from their true target. Do you know where their leader has gone?
Awakening. She seeks awakening.
We will stop her, Arelon. I swear it. For Queen and Grove.
For Queen and Grove.
Wild Hunt! We ride for the Grove of Awakening!
We're so sorry, Arelon. Night embrace you.
Poor Arelon was missing for quite a bit, and now the Drust tricked us into taking him out. Even after all that he endured with having to sacrifice Ursak, sacrifice his grove, all of that, he still found a way to smile again, only to... There will be time for tears later. Let us go make the Drust pay.
Our grief will have to wait. We need to hurry.
Hey, the Drust block our path forward.
I will see to that. We shall take to the skies! Make haste! Eternal slumber is all that awaits these vile fiends!
Ha! Look at them fall! Leave no Drust alive! Wild Hunt, we ride! For Ardenweald!
My queen, the Drust bent noble Arelon to their will and deceived us into confronting him. He's gone.
Our foe now marches on the Grove of Awakening, conscripting your own subjects into their ranks. What are your orders?
Loyal Arelon understood difficult choices, the need to make certain sacrifices. But there comes a time to fight. for that which we hold most dear. Our sacrifices will not be in vain. Sound the horns. All of Ardenweald is called to the hunt. You will help lead the charge, mortal. Drive these invaders from my grove. Protect the forest's heart, child of dreams. Let no enemy pass into our sacred halls.
You gave of your very essence to preserve my spirit. I shall defend Ardenweald until the last.
With the Winter Queen's blessing empowering us, the Wild Hunt easily charges through the Drust forces and reaches the Grove of Awakening, the center of the Drust attention.
The Drust believe that seizing the Grove of Awakening will bring them victory. They are mistaken. Moonberry, Hearn, Ilioth, Zehad, win back control of the Grove's anchors. Through our soul bond, I shall expel these intruders.
As you command, my queen.
Such selfish creatures.
For Ardenweald.
Perceiving nothing beyond your own desires.
Yet we grow strong, while those who kneel before you are left to wither. One by one, we will claim every grove, every fae, every soul.
The Drust could have been protectors of nature, caretakers of the cycle. You choose instead to steal and destroy. Such a waste. I almost pity you.
Help me reclaim the anchor, mortal. It is done. I will hold this ground.
Branches thrash as the forest howls. Cutting winds become a soothing breeze. Drift along to the others. Aid the wield.
2 against 1. Poor odds. For you. I will hold here. Go.
Bright Sparkle? Gerwin? Not you too. I can take it from here. Get going.
I do not need the pity of a fading queen. You will watch as I claim your throne and crush the heart of the forest in my grasp.
No. This ends now. Behold, the magic of my groves rises up against you. Come, mortal. We will dispose of this wretch.
Vile queen! The Drust will never be vanquished!
The Drust efforts of trying to conquer Ardenweald abuse their cycle of rebirth to escape the domain of Tros. That has failed. The Winter Queen shows all that the cute, cuddly forest is not to be messed around with. As overpowered as their Covenant ability is, so too is their queen, politely escorting all the Drust back home and empowering us to land the final blow upon Goraxar. Back at the heart of the forest, there's a massive gathering. Even Bonsumdi's mask gets to join the fun. We all grieve for Arelon and the others that are lost, but we also celebrate their lives, celebrate our victory. The Trust might be defeated, but Ardenweald will still need its protectors.
The Jailer's power grows, and the Shadowlands face unrelenting peril. Stand ready, Huntress. Your strength will be needed in the days to come.
Huntress Corraine is the last one to join our soulbinds, but we also gathered up enough anima to fully restore the heart of the forest. The Trust threat it's been kicked out of the lands, but the drought it's still very much a problem, and the powers of the Jailer, they're still growing. Time will tell what Vol'jin spirit might become in the future, and how they're gonna use Ysera's connection to Ardenweald. Is she now forever bound to the Shadowlands, or will she come with us in a potential storyline connected to the domain of life, connected to whoever the sister of the Wind Queen might be? Then there's still Tyrande out there, all alone charging through Torghast. Those that have conquered the endless halls by herself, you know the pain that she must be suffering. The hunt for more Night Warriors of the past continues. Plenty of stories still to be told. Then for ranking, as a lot of you asked me how I would rank the different Covenant campaigns. The Night Fae one, I'm gonna place at spot 2. It started off incredibly strong with the whole play, introducing ourselves and our story in a humorous way. Whoever designed it, they did a brilliant job, but then the campaign, it just went all over the place. The major threat of Ardenweald, that is the drought and the Trust. But if you didn't play during Battle for Azeroth, or maybe you did and you didn't pay a whole lot of attention, then the Trust, they're underexplained. What are they trying to do in Ardenweald? Where did they come from? How did they get into the Shadowlands? I personally think that it's just not well enough explained, which is why we'll be doing the story of the Trust really soon. But that major threat was not the only thing that we dealt with during the campaign. One week you'd focus on the Trust, but then the story shifted to Tyrande and the Night Warrior. Then the next week one Samdi comes around the corner, then it's the Trust again. It's a bit all over the place, which I really enjoyed. I find the campaign and the stories really interesting, but the overarching story was a bit hard to follow, and when I did focus on the Trust, it did it in a little bit of a boring way. The chapter where we tried to save one of the Masked Fae and then ultimately fail, even lose Arelon in the process. I did not enjoy that chapter, but then again, the beauty of the zone itself, the sadistic undertone of the Fae dialogue, Ysera being a part of it of course, and the interest of the story itself and where it might lead. It's a solid second place. Maybe third and swap with the Kyrian, they're pretty close in my opinion. But yeah, all of this is just my opinion though. By all means, share yours in the comments down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And until next time, see ya!